Hello! Halloween is fast approaching, and today we are getting spooky.
And if that scares you, we talk about managing stress and deep breathing with Dayna Mott.
And we talk to a clown who became president.
Darling, that needs more explanation.
No, I'm talking about Stephen Barkaxi. He's the president of the International Brotherhood of Magicians.
Oh, on with the show. This is Keith Fields.
And this is Lady Sarah.
And thank you for joining us for a cup of
tea. I forgot to say that. I just noticed something, though.
What, darling?
I'm looking out there into internet world, and none of our British viewers seem to be watching.
That's because the clocks have gone back.
No, that's next Sunday.
No, next Sunday here, but last Sunday there.
So what time is it?
Well, that depends. But we'll be back to our usual time next week.
I'm confused.
So Halloween.
Yes, Halloween. I'm prepared for Halloween. That's the good news. I'm waiting for the kids to come knocking on the door and saying trick or treat. And when they go trick or treat, I go trick. And they all drop their candy and run off screaming. You see, that's the idea.
Darling, that's not very nice.
But everybody wins.
No.
No? How about this one then? How about this one? You be the kid. You be the kid.
Trick or treat.
No, I say that. You don't. I say trick or treat.
Oh.
You're the kid. Trick or treat.
Trick.
You want a trick? Okay. And then I take a skewer and go,
That's dreadful.
It's a rubber tongue. Is it?
That's awful.
It's Halloween. We're meant to do this kind of stuff.
Goodness.
Isn't that the point?
It's a good thing that we have Dayna Mott with us. She's one half of DNA Wellness, and she's going to help us with stress and scary things like that.
And she's going to teach us some breathing exercises. Well, we all need a bit of breathing. But first, Stephen Barkaxi started out life as a clown. And I think we got a picture of him.
I think we have. Where's our picture of Steve as a clown? Hold it. It's coming. There it is.
So imagine being a parent to that lovely little child and dressed like that. But he's now the president of the International Brotherhood of Magicians.
So if you're a Harry Potter fan, it's like he's the minister of magic.
Yes, he's basically very, very important in our world. He's also one of the funniest magicians that I know of. And we can prove it because we have a bit of video of him.
This is not the first time you wore one of these, is it? Let's give him the clean one. Rob, I want you to think of the color of your card, just the color, red or black. Don't say just think of it. You got it? Let me get it. You okay? You all right? You look a little flush. Is your wife here?
Thank God.
She is? She's here tonight?
Yes.
Good, you won't have to explain that hickey.
And that's just a tiny bit of the madness of this man, but he is absolutely fantastic. A good friend of mine. Please welcome Stephen Barkaxi.
All right, this is great.
Hey, Steve, how you doing?
All right, still doing the clowning stuff. I wear stupid hats. Who would ever wear a hat like this? How dumb.
Nothing stupid about that. That's quite charming, actually. Isn't it?
You know what? I'm going to send you this hat.
I think you should. I'll wear it in the show if you do.
Because, look, it's a little too big. My mentor gave me this hat, and it's been, and literally, I have never got to wear it because it's too big. But you look like you got a big head.
Thank you. I think that might be a compliment. I'm not sure.
Wow, Steve, tell me, where are you, darling?
I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. And,
Oh boy, that's miles away from us.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
kind of like halfway down south. So you're not surviving. You're not having winter yet, I assume. He says, looking up.
It's 60 degrees today, and that's winter here. I mean,
Oh.
it's pretty cold. I mean,
We
you
are-
can't play golf.
We are so jealous. So Halloween must be coming your way very, very soon. The same as it is for us. And Halloween in the 60-degree weather is so much better than it is in the 40-degree we have. But are you a Halloween fiend?
Yeah, we love Halloween. Basically, it's just kind of funny. I got 3 kids, and each one of them kind of does a different holiday. And my daughter, Abigail, who is a nurse at the VA hospital and stuff, Halloween's hers. So she decorates and does everything in the house. And we all go over there I have 7 grandkids now.
Wow.
And we all go over there and just go around in that neighborhood and stuff and have a great time, eat dinner and do all that. But Nashville's been hadn't decided yet officially if they're opening. They pretty well, the surrounding counties are open for Halloween, but Nashville has not said yes for sure. They're really asking that you don't.
Yeah,
it's
we're
all
a bit like
it's
that
still
here.
up in the air here.
Yeah.
We're not quite sure what's going on, but
No.
I'm sure the parents will work something out. Before we go any further, though, Stephen, we have a game which is called Say Something in British, and you are the person that's going to choose the British word or the British phrase from this rather shrinking pile of cards that I have.
You can do it, Stephen.
Which what's going to happen? I'm going to run my thumb down the edge. Just shout stop anytime you want to.
Okay, stop.
Okay, we'll go with this one. So we've got a phrase for you today. Today's phrase is a bunch of fives.
What do you think it means, Stephen?
A bunch of fives?
Yeah. It's a phrase that we would use in the UK.
It's, the British people sometimes they like to do things easy. It's another way of saying there's 8. Because it's a Roman numeral for 8. Because in Rome that's 5.
Yeah.
If you have there's 2. You got to have all 4 of them to put them together. And if you look at that, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 8. There's a bunch of 5s. There's a 5. I'm pretty sure that's it.
I think that should be it, but
it's wrong.
No,
but
no.
you could try.
But
it's right in Rome. Go to Rome.
Yes, but this is say something in British, not say something in Latin.
There you go. Let's move on, boys. What I want to know is what made you want to be a clown?
You know what? It's a great. I was a special ed student growing up. I have a speech impediment, and I was attacked by a dog. I think I had a picture.
Oh, what, of the dog?
No, a picture of me when I was a little kid.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, Stephen.
And got part of my tongue and stuff like that. So I had a really bad speech impediment in school. And I was put in special ed because of my speech and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But in high school, the lady that taught drama, they would come in and in special ed, we would sometimes have to clean up the cafeteria. We'd have to pick rocks off the football field. We just did weird stuff. And she said we had to be in a play. And we were supposed to just be I had to be a hippie. And I had really long hair because when I was young, I was a prankster. I put nair in my sister's eyebrows when she was asleep. And she thought she had cancer. She wakes up and fell off. It was great. And my dad took the nair and rubbed it all in my head. I was in the 7th grade. And so all my hair falls out just in hunks. I deserved it. Yeah. And but I never cut my hair again. And so by the time I was a senior, I had really long hair. So they wanted me to be, I was in this play, just a hippie in the back. But they needed a kid to dance in his underwear and say a joke. And none of the popular kids would do it. So this teacher, Sari Brandstatter, looked at me and said, "Hey, Stephen, you're funny." And no one had ever told me I was funny. I didn't know, anything like that. And so she said, "Would you get in your underwear?" And I said, "You bet I will." And, who wouldn't do that?
The whole school.
But I didn't talk because I was stuttering. I still had a stutter back then. But so she got somebody else. She made a deal. She put us in a tent. The tent blew over, and I'd stand up in my underwear and dance around. Everybody would laugh, and this kid would say a joke. Now, I know today you don't want a tent to blow over and 2 guys and one in their underwear. It might not look good in a high school play. But Back then, it was funny.
Yeah.
And I became the funny guy.
Yeah.
I was known from that time on, and I knew I always wanted to be funny. And but I had the speech problem. And when I met my mentor, his name was Tom Hart. He was a clown. He was He was Ronald McDonald in the Tennessee area.
Mhm.
So if you look back at that clown picture, you will see a lot of Ronald McDonald there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
I would just go over there and dress up.
tell me about how you transitioned out of that, though, because that must have, with the speech issue and everything else, that must have taken a lot of courage to go.
Or stupidity, one or the other.
It worked, whatever it was.
Yes. You know what? Nathan, my son, and that picture is used on his comedy album, Yelled At by a Clown. Have you ever been yelled at by a clown? He has. And but he talks about, he says, it's always great to have your dad as a clown until you're about 12.
Mm-hmm.
He said, then all the other kids start asking, is he still doing that? And he goes, no, he's almost full-time magic. But so that was really it. I was just getting a little too old. I was getting older.
Mm-hmm.
And I started getting jobs as a magician, and I would be the clown all day at Opryland or whatever, and go, and I'd have makeup in my ear. And so I knew that I always wanted to get away from that.
Yeah.
But yet in one way I didn't. But the clown is what gave me the courage to entertain and talk.
Mm-hmm.
I was really shy and didn't talk. And then I meet other clowns, and with my voice, they loved my voice.
Yeah.
They'd always want to know, how do you practice, or what do you got to do? And I'd say, get a dog.
Listen, folks, if you haven't seen Steve Barkaxi work, do check out his website, which will come up a little bit later on, and do make sure you see some of his work, because he is absolutely fantastic. And now, so you've risen to the heights.
You're very
of being
important now.
The president of the International Brotherhood of Magicians. So I think I should doff my cap to you, really, because just like
a clown, then.
Just like in the world of Harry Potter, there's a magic world which kind of runs
really important,
hidden.
But tell us about the
International Brotherhood and what it's all about and everything, because folk don't know about
it. It's a great honor, and right now, you know, even though we're doing a pandemic, it's a great time to be a member of the International Brotherhood of Magicians. And you have to be over 14 to join, and as an adult thing to get in it. And it's where it just was a community of magicians that get together and help each other.
Yeah.
We have, because of the pandemic, we were able to do 22 professional magicians doing many lectures and talks about what it's like to do magic. We teach magic, and all of that is online and available for all the magicians that are members of us. You get a monthly magazine that's full of great articles about it, guys, stories about you guys and stuff and what you're doing. But also it would be just some great tricks in there. And so it's really beneficial to join. You get a lot for having it. You can have a chance to buy insurance as a magician. Sometimes it's not so hard, but to get protected when you're on stage and things like that, if you don't have it, the IBM provides that for its members. We have about 14,000 members, I believe, all over the world.
Wow. There's 14,000 magicians, and this is all around the world, is this?
Yes. And me and you both know most of those are hobbyists, or just guys that that maybe don't do it full time like y'all. Myself,
because magic is a great hobby, isn't it? I mean, it is a great profession as well, but for many people, it is a great hobby, and people just it's a very popular thing, and more popular now than it ever has been, due to the magic shows that are going on around and all that sort of stuff.
And being a formal special ed kid, I mean, it was what gave me my courage to do anything. I mean, because I might not could read, and I had a hard time doing that stuff, but I could do a trick.
Yeah.
Nobody knew what I was doing, and so that gave me a lot of pride. I think it's very good to, if you got a kid that's a little shy or backwards, or you want to give them stuff, give them some magic is a great thing to get into.
Now, you said there was a special reason you wanted to come on today, which I'm not sure what it was, but
there was. You got to hang on. I want to take this off a second.
Oh, Don, he's leaving us. Don't leave us.
No,
he's got no sound. Oh, look. Oh,
yeah, he's got to be official. Okay.
He's going to be official. He's got his Steve Bog, his IBM.
I got to do this right.
What's going on? What is?
Whoa, this looks really impressive.
It does, don't it? This is super impressive. I think I'm even going to change my camera for this.
Wow. This is really impressive, Steve. Oh, look! Look at that! Oh,
so we can see the whole thing.
yeah, that's
this is the change, not on the perfect. It has every name of all of our past presidents on it.
Yeah.
But it makes everything official and everything doing it. And one of the honors of being the president is something that we call a presidential citation. And each president is allowed to do that. And I have one here that I'd like to read. It says, "Be it known by the power granted to me by the Constitution of the International Brotherhood of Magicians, thereby issue this presidential citation to the Magic Soiree," which is, I believe, your...
That's the Magic Soiree. Is our
theater. In Tennessee, we say soiree, but soiree, okay, same thing. But Lady Sarah in Keithfield operates the Magic Soiree, providing a magical experience of stage and close-up magic to the patrons in the Detroit area. The Evening of Magic and Comedy is provided by a roster of top performers from around the world, not and even being Keith and Sarah being from there. I don't want to mean that when you guys are there, it's just as good as bringing outside guests. They do both. But on behalf of the International Brotherhood of the Magician, I support your effort in raising the bar of the art of magic to a higher standard. And witness the hand. And we're going to do this Harry Potter style.
Okay.
Like this, I'm just going to snap, boom, and it'll go.
Oh. An owl just flew over and dropped this for us.
Look at that. That's astounding. How did we get that so fast?
That's fantastic. Owls are very good, you know. Stephen, on behalf of the Magic Soiree and Lady Sarah, thank you very much for that citation. And thank you very much for popping in and joining us. Listen, do you have some magic you can show us?
Always. I'll find something.
Yeah.
Well, in my magic room, I'll find something.
We'll pop you into the green room, have a chat with our other guest, and bring you back in a few moments, if that's okay. And we'll do some magic.
Dayna, if you're not going to talk to Dayna, don't take me off.
No, Dayna will be here. Don't worry. You can meet Dayna in a few moments. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Stephen Barkaxi, our great magical friend. Stephen, thank you so much for being here.
Wow, we got a citation.
We have. That's very.
We've got a citation.
It's going to go up on the wall in the bathroom. Yeah.
Thank you, Johnny New York. Listen, next Tuesday is election day here in the US.
Yeah.
And we have a special show.
We do, because as our regular viewers know, we always finish with our positive thoughts. And what we've done, especially for next week, to make us all feel good about what's going on, is we've taken all our favorite positive thoughts and put them together into a huge pile of positivity. It's going to be a feel-good show.
It's going to be a great show. But if this week is stressing you out and you are just feeling overwhelmed with the news, well, don't miss next week. But this week, right now, we're going to learn all about relaxing from this young lady. Now, look at her here. She is such a cutie. Oh, look at that.
That is one of the most gorgeous pictures we've been sent.
With that, it really truly is, with a little bow in the hair.
So cute. We got another one of her being slightly older. And
look at
this
that.
Looks like she's at a theme park.
Yes.
I'm guessing, because we have a very similar picture of our kids at a theme park as well.
That's right.
Fantastic.
So please put your hands together from DNA Wellness Co. Dayna Mott.
Hey.
Dayna, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
We're excellent. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, and where are you, Dayna? Where are you?
So I'm in Southfield, Michigan.
So that's not too far. That's not too far from us, darling.
Not as far as Tennessee, anyway.
No, that's very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Now, I know that you've got a couple of kids, but you're hiding them away, are you? Where are they?
Yeah, I threatened them while I was on here, so they're in the basement.
Harry Potter as well.
That is for Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Put them in the cupboard for half an hour or so. So what do we have to do? We first have to ask you about our say something in British phrase, which today is a bunch of fives. Have you any idea on what that could possibly mean?
Yep, I got it. It's your term for high five.
Oh, that was really
good.
Much better than the Roman thing.
Yeah, you've got the V and the three I's, which makes 8. I thought that was quite clever.
Dayna, you are so wrong. Sorry.
We will
I
tell
tried.
you. We will
Yeah.
tell you what it really means at the end of the show.
Yes,
So
that's
if
right.
anyone at home can guess who is not a British person, please
Well,
feel
I
free
think
to.
Michael's had a little guess at that, but we'll have a look at his. We'll have a look at him later. Look, he said he hasn't heard it for years.
Oh, right,
I don't know
okay.
whereabouts in the world he is.
But he might have heard it at some point.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
a bit of a schoolboy expression, really, isn't
It
it?
is.
So
It
it's,
is. Oh, Dublin. Okay,
Dublin.
there we go.
Uh-huh.
There we go.
We know where he is.
So, Dayna, tell us about. I mean, it's a stressful week. It's a stressful time.
Mm.
Tangible ways to manage stress. What
Yeah.
What do you recommend?
So first and foremost, I think it's important to recognize where it's coming from and realize that what can you change and what do you need to just let go of. So I am very into deep breathing, being mindful of my breath. Most of us hold so much of that stress and tension in our shoulders and our neck. And just by kind of releasing some of that, even if you're sitting or you're standing, you'll really be able to let go of a lot of that stress.
Yeah.
That's very interesting you say about shoulders, because I've noticed very recently, both when I'm sort of out, we have bikes which we ride around on, and even sometimes when I'm sitting, I notice I kind of sit like this.
Yeah.
Your neck
my neck
goes.
disappears.
Yep.
And I have really noticed that actually the way we hold our bodies really does affect how we feel. And that's kind of quite fascinating how that works.
Quite scary though. Quite scary.
So relaxing shoulders is obviously part of it.
Shoulders.
What else when it comes to breathing? We understand the oils help as well, the aromas and things like that.
Yeah, so when it comes to aromas, it's very interesting that our primitive brain, so like from here to here, actually is where all our emotions and memories are kept. And so our smell is actually connected to the olfactory, which actually can trigger certain emotions, memories, and change those things. Yeah. So it's the same reason you think about for us, like an apple pie, like might make you think of like your grandmother, right? It will evoke a certain memory because of that smell. And so essential oils coupled with the breathing can help to kind of change your emotional state.
I think I really recognize the thing about certain smells trigger certain emotions. Because I know if I walk past the gym and you get that waft of people exercising in machines, I definitely feel stress at the concept of that.
And your brother says he has a primitive brain.
Well,
I would have to agree with that.
Oh, there's another aroma. There's another aroma which I find very effective. There's something about the aroma of a nice glass of Merlot that always relaxes me.
Darling.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, it does.
I think you're tasting the Merlot.
Well, obviously, to get the full sense of the aroma, you have to put it into your mouth.
Dayna, tell me about the breathing with the smells. That's really interesting. The aroma is obviously so important. So tell us about the breathing.
Well, we can.
Yes. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So we can do some breathing exercises we were talking about.
Yes. So first and foremost, make sure if you are seated, put your feet flat in front of you.
Can we do this right now?
Yes.
We'll do it right now. Okay. Folks
in.
at home, this is your chance to join in. So follow the instructions and you will feel nicely relaxed. So here we go.
Yeah.
Go for it, Dayna.
And then if you can try to sit up as straight as you possibly can. Pretend like there's something holding your back up. Right. And then what you want to do is go ahead and deeply inhale that breath. Hold it for a little bit. We want to go in through our nose and we're going to release through our mouth. Okay. So in. Let go slowly through the mouth.
I want to hold it for.
We got to try it one more time. Okay.
Serious.
I live with this.
Fully in and hold it.
Okay.
I'm
Go away. Leave him alone. I am feeling very relaxed.
I'm getting stressed out because our cat is making his way across the table towards the computer.
I mean, you're right, but you need to put yourself in a really good place. Not with the cat or your husband. You need to find somewhere to sit, don't you?
Yes. And I find that even doing something simple like that throughout your day will help you be more mindful of where you're holding some of that tension. And then I do like to add some oils to kind of deepen that breath if you have them as well. And again, in and then just let it go.
And you've just got them on your hands.
Mhm.
Nice.
We should
Nice.
try that, babe.
Nice. And I know also you run quite a lot of courses and things like that. So if folk are interested to find out more, we have a website, dnawellnessco.com, if I remember rightly. So folks, do go and check out the courses that they have available there. If you are feeling stressed, and let's face it, we're all feeling a bit stressed.
We
at the
are
moment,
feeling a
aren't
bit
we?
stressed.
Life is a bit stressful. But Dayna, thank you so much for coming on and sharing with us. You've been absolutely fabulous. And we have a bit of magic. Would you like to see a bit of magic?
I would.
This is going to be very exciting.
We're bringing Steve back. I'm feeling really quite pleasant here.
Yeah.
Steve, how you doing?
Much better now that I'm breathing right.
Yeah.
I'm 65 years old. I've been doing it wrong my whole life.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's that deep breathing.
Yeah.
We'll work on it.
And the shoulders. I feel myself doing it even now. I've got to sort of get into the habit of actually not doing the shoulders. That's it. Okay. Right. I've learned something important today.
Yes.
Mr. Barkaxi, have you got some magic for us?
I found a trick. This is I don't know how good it is. I just kind of made this up, and it's one of those that I did that might not even be that was really fashionable in the beginning of this pandemic, and not so much now. But Keith, have they seen the show The Tiger King in England?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix,
definitely,
so it probably
definitely.
has. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to waste like 15 hours of your life, just watch that. But it's very interesting and stuff. Dayna, have you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
You seen Tiger King?
Yep.
Wow, I would have bet money no, because I've been breathing through that. Dayna, this is my Tiger King trick. I just kind of come up with. Keith will recognize this is an old trick where I make a prediction. I've got 5 cards here, and I will tell you this: they got pictures of different characters that was on Tiger King.
Oh wow!
And Dayna, over here, I have 5 things that you're going to try to match. So I'm going to mix these up. Say stop, Dayna.
Stop.
All right, good. I'm going to take this first card. And Dayna, you're going to tell me where you want to put this, at 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. You can pick any one of them.
4.
Number 4. So second from the bottom is going to be the arm that has been ripped off.
Oh, nice.
Okay. And if you've seen Tiger King, you will understand. I'm not going to show you them all. We don't have time. But I just wanted you to see what we're doing. So wherever you say, so we know number 4 is an arm. So got to hope. All right, Dayna. One more. Where you want it?
2.
Number 2. She is so good at this. She got that. Okay, it's a tiger eating dinner.
There.
All right. Lady Sarah, I want you to do one.
Oh, well, I have to go 1, Stephen. 1.
Of course, you're number 1.
She is number 1 as far as I'm concerned.
Lady Sarah, do one more.
I'll do the 5th, number 5 as well. I like to be first and last.
Can I?
Keith, I'm going to let you have the choice of the last one. 3.
Really? Yeah, all right. I'll go for number 3.
Okay. Y'all made all the choices and stuff. This is really actually going to be better on Zoom, because this is the part of the trick I don't like is you have to show it all at once. But if I lower it, I can bring it up to the camera one at a time and kind of show you. The first one, this is the one Sarah got. This is Joe.
Yeah.
And it's a prison cell, which is where Joe is now. So you did really well in matching that up. You put him in prison where he belonged.
Yeah.
All right. The second one, this is with Dayna. And this is Carol Baskin over here. I'm not a great artist. And you got her with a tiger with a knife and fork in his hand because she fed her husband to her tiger. So that was really good to match that up. Number 3 was Keith.
Yeah.
And who would have thought he'd have got one right? This is, his name was John. And John had no teeth in the show.
That's right. Yeah.
But after they did the reunion show, he had a brand new set of teeth.
Amazing.
So he took his money and you matched those together. So you guys did good. This is the arm one, the first one she got. And this is my favorite story. This was Kelsey, I think's her name, who a tiger bit her arm off. The doctor said, we can maybe get it back on, we think, with about 8 months of rehab. And she said, nope, who has that kind of time? Just cut it off. Because I want to go pet the tigers again.
I remember That was awful.
Nobody thought, nobody paid attention that we can fix it. We're pretty sure we can put this back on. Nope, don't need to. Cut it off. It's a much better story. She had to be a performer. This is going to be way better. And then the last one, it was with Sarah. You have all the tigers and a screw, because after the end, the tigers are the ones being screwed. And this whole all of it. So this is my tiger trick. You guys mashed it up very well. Thanks, Dayna.
I think it's amazing how you managed to cover the whole of 15 hours of Tiger King in one trick. That's absolutely brilliant, Steve.
I have saved some people a lot of time.
Don't watch the show.
Thank you.
Don't watch the show.
I got through the first episode and then I had to give up, to be quite honest.
Oh, wait, well, if you'd have watched one more, then you couldn't have, because you had to say, wait a minute. And you know he does magic in it.
I know, I heard.
I
had to go back and watch that.
So, Keith, what about say something in British?
Say something in British.
What was it? A bunch of fun?
I've got this vague feeling that we may have a frozen screen on Dayna. Dayna, can you still hear us?
Yes, I can hear.
You can.
You've
frozen for a minute,
but
you're smiling perfectly, so you look great. But that's probably just our end. So, yes, a bunch of fives. Say something in British. A bunch of fives is a fist.
Oh, I almost had that.
And you were close, and Dayna was close as well. But a bunch of fives is an expression. It's a sort of schoolboy expression. You'd say to someone, "Do you want a bunch of fives?"
And you're going to hit them.
Smack them in the face. So
people are y'all.
Yeah, we're kind of odd people.
And as we said earlier, we love to finish this show on a positive thought, and we've got a heck of a week ahead of us over here in the US. Well, in the UK as well. They're back on lockdown. So, Dayna, do you want to share with us your positive thought?
Yeah, I think it's all about give more than what you receive, as well as healing starts from within. So doing little tangible things like taking care of our stress, managing things that we can manage is really going to have a triple effect and help other things and other people.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes, that's very true.
Very
we need
good.
to manage this.
Stephen, positive thought for the day.
Well, first, I just want to tell everybody to go to Netflix. My son's got 3 or 4 shows on there, the stand-up, season 1, but he also has a special called The Tennessee Kid.
Yeah.
And if you want, you need to watch that because he still owes me a lot of money. And that'll help. But he's in LA right now filming his one. If you've not seen my son, check him out.
Yeah, Nate Barkaxi, folks, do check him out. He's absolutely brilliant and well worth a watch.
My thought goes all the way back from when I was young. It's one of the things that kind of really inspired me and stuff. And I can't remember if it was Miss Brandstetter or whoever, somebody told me this, but you only need one person to believe in you to succeed. And it's a lot easier if that person is you.
Nice.
One person, to believe in you. And
believe in yourself. Absolutely,
yes.
Absolutely.
Lovely.
That's very true. Stephen, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Well, that's brought us to the end of another fantastic show. And once again, we've had 2 fabulous guests who have been great, haven't they?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And hang around at the end for seeing their websites. You'll see those up on the screen.
All it remains for us to say in our best English fashion is cheerio.